the tragedy that broke King Frederik of Denmark. He lost the one he considered a father. King Frederik must bid farewell to his companion Thoret. The Dane passed away a few days ago at the age of 82. The current king had a very close relationship with him and even considered him a father figure. His surrogate father thornit was a former head of the court, and had been the guiding force for the heir apparent for much of his life as the chief of staff for the Crown Prince from 1990 and later as the head of the court for Crown Prince Frederick from 1995 to 2004. Thoret was in close contact with the Queen's eldest son during a challenging period when the Crown Prince needed to find himself and his talents. He treated Princes Frederik and Yolum as if they were his own children. As he stated in an interview at my office, there is a high ceiling, and the princes wanted everything to be said directly, so I had practically the same discussions with them as I did with my own children. The agreement is I speak things directly, otherwise you might as well hire a fool. It's not acceptable. Regarding Frederik's personal development as an adult, Crown Prince Thornit said in Jens Anderson's biography, "It's undoubtedly a positive development that the Crown Prince went through over these years. He also worked to come to an understanding of his role. It wasn't always easy for him to grasp and accept what that role should be. The world that followed the partnership between Crown Prince Frederick and Thoret notes that Thoret indeed helped challenge, shape and mature Frederik for the role of monarchy. Is today Thoret's famous direct style certainly made its way to both the mind and heart of Frederik. For instance, when Thoret could tell him, "You shouldn't marry a Danish girl has a Danish family, and there will always be some Uncle OJ on the steps and Herning telling how they are having a good time with family." Frederik responded by finding his bride, now Queen Mary, on the other side of the world. The then Crown Prince, a few years after his marriage to Mary, explained, "While Danish girls are fantastic and wonderful, it was quite clear that my future wife shouldn't be Danish." But Thoret had to guide not only two princes. When Alexander Manley and Mary Donaldson became engaged to Prince Yim and Crown Prince Frederick respectively, the task of the Chief of Staff was to introduce them to Danish culture. In this context, future Crown Princess Mary was introduced to one of the most Danish events imaginable, the TV series Matador, when in 2004 the Crown Prince couple transformed from singles into family people. Thorn's life also underwent changes. He became the head of the court for the Crown Prince couple in 2006. He received the Grand Cross, the first and highest degree of the Order of Denmark, in 2017. He explained why he chose two eagles and a stylized heraldic rose for his coat of arms. The two royal eagles naturally represent the Crown Prince and Prince Joachim, and the rose the Crown Princess. "After all, I was the head of the court for all three," said Thornit. "I am the one who ensures that everything goes correctly, and it wasn't just a remarkable experience when he received the Grand Cross. It also happened under amusing circumstances. I was sitting in a meeting with the Crown Prince couple in my office, but in the middle of the meeting, I was told that I needed to go immediately to the Queen. I first had to apologize, leave the room and go through the hallway. I waited a little in the hallway before I was called in, and when I entered the Queen's office, there stood the Queen and the Crown Prince couple. The Crown Prince couple was racing towards the square at breakneck speed. Perhaps I didn't look very gifted because all three laughed. That's how I received the Grand Cross. It was funny, beautiful and touching at the same time," said Thornit. He retired in 2010 after 25 years of service to the royal family. Before that, he also served on the boards of the Crown Princess and Crown Prince funds later and until R. Thornit, like the present Marshal of the Court Christian Gobb, had a classical legal education. Thoret also served as the secretary of the Minister of the Interior, which gave him access to high society, including the royal family. Nevertheless, Thoret's contributions extended beyond his trusted positions at Slotsholmen and Alienation Board. Thoret also had a great interest in art, which led him to serve on the boards of organizations such as Koring in Strand and Mike Carlsberg Lipout Tech, and he was at one point the chairman of Deb Danikon Samler Cab. He was also the chairman of the Friends of the Free Museum Fund until 2010. His respect for the healthcare system led to brief positions as secretary of the Hospital Council in 17576 and the Riggs Hospital Council in 1976. He was also a consultant for the Danish delegation at the General Assembly of the World Health Organization from 1977 to 1980. Finally, he had a natural historical interest and authored, among other things, the book 1864, The Danish Soldier and Modern Photographs in 1978. This trusted royal official and personal advisor was of course Thoret, but was widowed in 1999 and survived by his second wife, old Thoret Nell. King Frederik suffers a personal loss with the passing of Thoret, who signifies the end of an era for the Danish royal family. As a reliable guide and counselor to the Crown Prince and his brother during formative years, Thorn's impact on King Frederik, molding him into the distinguished leader he is today, is immeasurable, and his legacy is intricately bound up with the development and maturation of the Danish monarchy. The royal family adored and respected Thor because of his unfaltering honesty and straightforwardness, and he guided the princes with an unparalleled level of personal care because of his remarkable capacity to combine authority and compassion. His formal responsibilities in this connection were especially important during the difficult time when Crown Prince Frederick was trying to figure out and accept his role, showing how important Thorn was to the Crown Prince's growth as an individual. The role of thoret in assimilating foreign-born princesses into Danish culture goes far beyond his official responsibilities. It demonstrates his commitment to the continuity and harmony of the royal family. His efforts to introduce Crown Princess Mary to Danish traditions reflect his broader commitment to the stability and cultural heritage of the monarchy. Thorn's dedication to making a larger impact on society was demonstrated by his enthusiasm for both art and healthcare, showcasing his diverse interests. He demonstrated his commitment to serving others outside the royal court through his participation in a number of cultural and healthcare organizations. As King Frederik says goodbye to his surrogate father and mentor, the thoret, he considers the significant influence thoret had on both his life and the Danish monarchy. In honor of Thorn, King Frederik recognizes the invaluable lessons learned and the unfaltering support he received from a man who was much more than an advisor. Through Thornet's direct approach and heartfelt guidance, Frederik was able to navigate the complexities of royal life, and the qualities of leadership, empathy, and resilience that define his reign to this day are qualities that are a testament to his dedication, wisdom, and the lasting relationships he built within the royal family. His influence shaped not only the current monarch but also the future direction of the Danish royal house.